Hi Aquarius, happy May. I don't know whether to hug you or strangle you in here, honestly. I am thrilled because I think you're doing something, but I think you're in very, very uncharted territory, and you've got way too many variables in here. Way too many. And I think that I want to put some things out here so that you can... I think if you're moving somewhere, you are definitely in uncharted territory. If you are leaving one relationship to go into another, I don't think it's well thought out. I'm going to say you may want to explore that a little more. And the only reason that I mentioned these things to you is your exact message was if you ignore the obvious, a precarious situation will occur. And I can't tell if you're going off to some kind of spiritual retreat, if you're starting up something, maybe you're starting something, that would be good. But I just hope that you're not following something or someone blindly to another country. Okay? You're very close to Capricorn as far as houses go. Check their reading and also check maybe Sagittarius. Oddly, you guys seem to be paper trailing each other, so maybe Pisces will hold the answer. I'm going to do them next. We come in with the Lover card. You've got the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Okay, you've got the Five of Wands. See the two fives and the two tens? And you've got the Six of Wands, which can be travel for sure. You've got the Two of Cups, and I wanted to pull another card, and I got the Moon card. The Moon card with the Two of Cups is saying, you know, that could be love at first sight. It could be, you know, a real attraction, absolutely. But, you know, again, I think you've got a lot of variables here. Two fives, when you break them down, I mean the two tens, when you break them down, come out to the two fives. And then you've got the Five of Cups in here. Okay, I think that it's an end for something. I think something is either a burden that you're trying to get away from or that you don't know yet that you're entering. I think there is an unknown journey here. I think it's going to be either joy or regret. It is. And you know what? If this isn't going to kill or maim anyone, I would say go for it. It looks like an adventure of a lifetime. It really does. It just seems like there's an awful lot of variables here. Again, power limitations, it can go, it's really like you've got two sides of everything here, and I don't see it going. The Lover card in and of itself would be a card that would teach you something. You're going to learn something in here. It's usually in a relationship where someone is mirroring back to you something that you either need to address or you don't yet know that you need to look at. Okay? Now the two tens there, two tens speak of a wedding. But you've also got two fives. So you may be flipping a coin here. Maybe you're, you know, maybe there's two people in the equation here and you're not quite sure what to do. Very different energy. The Lover card is very intense. That's more for like, it's just really intense. It's got some karma in there. The Two of Cups can be, it's a card of harmony, but it's with the Moon card. That would be like love at first sight and attraction and all of that. But it doesn't seem to have any, there's no real solid foundation here. So it can go one of two ways. If you're open to that, I would say go for it. If you're not, I think you may be pulled off your course here. Now, the Five of Wands is usually an internal struggle. So if you're, and this is your advice, is the Five of Wands with the Six, is to get a better handle on what you're doing. The Six of Swords is a card of going on to something. It is an actual card of movement, but more what it is it's trying to settle this. This is unsettled energy within yourself. That is trying to get a hold on it. It's transcendence. It's trying to get a handle on something. Moving away from something. But my question here is are you running towards something to get away from something? You know what I'm saying? Because there's an air here too that you could be running right into something else. Let's see. The Moon card is a card of, it's a great card. It really isn't a negative card, except that it casts a illusion. You know what I mean? And next to that Two of Cups, it's like, I think you may have been, you know, I think you're being pulled into something or walking blindly, literally, into something. But 5s flanked by 10s, you've got to be careful there. And 5s always ask you to look at your behavior in a situation, look at maybe what your planning processes are, how you come to things. And you've got the 7 of Cups. Imagination. That sometimes can be a fantasy. It's more of a fantasy-based decision than... You want to pull on decisions you've made in the past with this card, I'm going to tell you. You want to pull on decisions you've made from the past and make wiser ones going forward. Okay? I'm all about fantasy. I am. I think that we need to have that. That's where our creative ideas come from. But this looks like a pretty big change that you're making. And I don't think your foundation is really solid here. Especially now that this 7 comes up. That's always a card of caution. Right? Okay. Maybe seek a friend's advice. That's, you know, seek someone's advice on this if you choose. You know what I mean? She is someone, though, she gets married later in life. You know what I mean? So, and the Lover card doesn't necessarily, it's the energy coming in, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that you're married. It's a choice that you're making that's a fated event. It's going to bring karma into your life. So, I don't see any, you know, this is a general read. If you want a private reading on this, I can absolutely look further into this. But this is something where I feel it's a jump. You know what I mean? You're leaving something that might be better or worse. There's no real deciding factors here. You know what I mean? So your advice is to maybe seek someone's advice on this. If you choose, you know what I mean? If this is a whirlwind event, honestly, I would say go for it if you're not going to lose anything. If you can do this and it go either way, right? Like if you can do this adventure and it goes either way and it doesn't hurt you on either account, I would say go for it. If that's not the case, I would strongly think about this just a little bit further. Okay? Yeah, there's just way too many variables here, and especially since your message coming in was that if you ignore the obvious here, and the obvious means you already know what something is about, and I have a feeling that you do too, and I think it's just, I think you're being carried away by something that may not be so grounded. Okay, I don't see the negative in that, I really don't, but this may have a little bit more at stake to it, right? So there you go. I hope that I helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to look at this for you. Leave comments, guys, if you choose. I would love to know really what this is. This sounds like something I would get myself into. But again, and I can tell you from experience, you have to ask yourself the tough question. Am I okay with whatever this is going either way? And if you are, I would say jump in with both feet. Right? This is the journey of a lifetime. So there you go. Okay. Thank you so much.